Ever since I started this series, I've wondered if it might be possible to move vehicles from place to place using flatbed train cars. So let's find out. Today, I'm going to start by assembling my newly upgraded tank in survival mode and then design and build a crate mod flatbed train to try and move around my various tanks and cars. Let's get started. It's another beautiful day in crate mod back on the world where I've built a lot of the vehicles, especially the early ones, including the gigantic railway artillery, but more importantly for today's video, a bunch of train designs, in fact all of them. But we have this one here, which is the important one for today. It's the flat car design. This was like the first car design I ever made, I think. I made it before the box car, in fact, because I anticipated a long time ago wanting to put vehicles or other stuff, or cargo, on a train. But I haven't actually used it yet. That's going to change today though. For example, I have this huge tank here. It's the original Abrams design that I made. And it is definitely a little oversized for this car. You can see. Here's the new tank design. You can see that it fits quite well on this car here, with room to spare. It's not currently a train car, but if I assemble it into a train car... Here, let me assemble train thing. Uh-oh. That's depressing. I thought it could... Hang on, I know I've tested this before. I would swear I've tested it before, guys. Guys, come on. Perhaps I'd create interactive on, which I actually do right now. Here, let's disassemble it and put in interact me here, so that it is now an interactive train. Let's see, does this actually add collision to it or not? Yep. That was easy. Okay, so interactive trains work. What about one other thing? I just added a bunch of drills onto this. Now these drills exist, and typically some of these blocks cause train contraptions to collide into other parts of the world and then stop. And I'm wondering if it might do that to physics entity. No. No. Definitely not. Which is good, because it might have had problems even if it had... Oops. I did not mean to do that. Hang on. The last video where I made the excavator, we got interactive working again, mostly. And I think it does work, it's just I then immediately tried to do something with it that then even pushed it to its limits while it's working. That's how I'm interpreting that right this moment. But if we assemble it, you know, it's just a basic interactive train. It's an interactive train. We can build off the train now. It's kind of cool. And then it also lets you stake vehicles on it, which is the best part. It suddenly has collision again. Cool, so we've got the tank on here. Let's get into the controls and see if I just move the tank. Yes, we are moving the tank. It's even reacting the tank like it's on a... That's so cool. It's able to simulate the physics pretty well. So you actually kind of need to put something to hold the tank in place. You got to get like ropes or chains or something. Well, not that. We're not quite that advanced yet, but we could have something like a wall, maybe. Actually, it might just be able to go right over the wall. Alright, it's locked in, literally. So we can drive it. Doesn't have it, well... Maybe it's having some slight problems. It also might help if I fix the suspension on it. Maximum suspension controller, drop it down. There, suspension's fixed, it's locked in, it's no longer bouncy. Let me get this. Oh yeah, and it's pretty stable. That's like 30 seconds of trying to improve it and lock it in. That's quite stable. Maybe it has problems if you start turning. We can try to lock it in from either side, although it already kind of is right here, not just front and back. It fits pretty perfectly in one train car, and I know my actual DeLorean, my little car, could definitely fit because it's quite a bit smaller than the tank. What we need to go do now is go back to the other world, and we need to build this tank actually in the world, replace my old tank, put it in a museum or something. We'll build a museum at some point. I love how it gives you a warning when you join the world, just to say you've got this mod installed and it might cause problems. Please don't report it to the other mod maker. Hopefully there's no problems, right guys? Boy, of course it's always raining. And that's my old tank. I'm not sure why it's over here. but we're gonna need to haul it away to some kind of museum somewhere. I have schematics for the tank, but I can't really use them to build it. I really have to use the VMod tool gun to build it. But I can get material checklists from this. So we've got the body, we've got the turret, and we've got the other turret. And let's feed this into here. Out of gunpowder, nobody cares. Here's a material checklist. Let's get out that. We'll put this in here. Got another one. Get this out of here, and then a third one. So now I've got 3 material checklists, 1 for each part. But it includes a bunch of things that I actually made recipes for, custom just for this. Like it has medium cannon stuff. Now we don't have recipes implemented yet for that officially, so I took it upon myself to add these myself. I've got steel here, so we need 4 medium cannon barrels. So I can just craft these 4 barrels. Then we need 3 recoil barrels. So we need to make 3 incomplete recoil barrels, and then we need, of course, 1 breech. I have to craft that. And we need the incomplete breech. We'll craft that. Get some cogwheels. Here's this. Wow, we put that there, and then we click that, and voila, there it is. No texture. I seem to be unable to break it. That's a slight problem. Hang on, guys. There we go. Problem solved. And then we have these incomplete things, because we needed, what wasn't it, right? We needed a heavy spring. We have to, this is another thing I added, we have to get a recoil spring. We can get that. It's recoil spring items. I still have these, that's good. I think you hit these with metal presses. Yep. And then I think we put these here, and then we give it heavy plates. Yes. Now I have 3 heavy recoil springs, so we've got incomplete barrels. There we go. I cannot break these either. That's slightly problematic. But nevertheless, that right there is our barrels. Quite a bit easier than normal. I guess I'm spoiling myself, getting to make it myself, not having to cast these things. We also have these explosive armor blocks. Shoot, I don't think I added recipes for those. What do we think would actually make that? I have no idea. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Wikipedia and I'm going to look up reactive explosive armor, because I have no idea what this actually would be in real life. Reactive armor, type of vehicle armor. So what is this? Oh yeah, here we are. Explosive reactive armor. Protects armored vehicles against shaped charges. Well, now I understand what it is. It's actually kind of fascinating. It's basically described as you get 2 metal plates and then create a sandwich with them with explosives in the middle. And then when that sandwich gets hit by a projectile, instead of the projectile piercing through, it gets disrupted by the extra explosion or something like that before it reaches the normal armor. I don't know, maybe I am butchering it, but that's kind of the impression I got. So it actually does have explosives in it. So it sounds like, I mean, we would want a plate probably. I don't know that it would actually be steel, but why don't we just do the heavy plates, and then on the inside we would put maybe congealed nitro. That sounds like it would be used to make a sandwich. You could like spread it. It's like, I'm thinking about this way too much. So I'm not actually, well, no, I can just make that recipe now, I guess. Bro, at this rate, I'm just gonna make all the recipes for this mod. They're using Craft Tweaker before the official thing comes out. Well, there you go. We got the tan blocks, we've got the green blocks, and then the normal blocks. We just need some congealed nitro. I don't have any congealed nitro. Oh yes, we can still make it this way. Here's all my gunpowder at the gunpowder factory, 21,000. Let me just get a bunch of it. I have slime stored up because I can craft slime from dough. And I need my blaze powder from home. 13,000 blaze rods. I have so much stuff, guys. I can craft magma cream, and that was everything. We chuck all that in here, and it's gonna turn into congealed nitro. Normally you use congealed nitro to make things. It's meant to make specifically the filling for big cannons casings for like the big shells. I've made it a little bit before, but they've changed some recipes around since then. But I also added a recipe so you can fill the medium cannon cartridge, and that's how we make ammo for the tank. So if we want tank ammo, we're gonna want this stuff as well. So you normally use, I think, 4 of them to fully fill a big cartridge. 2 yellow dye, reactive armor blocks. And now we have the tan stuff. Now if I place it down, I'm not going to be able to dig it back up, so I'm not going to place it. Another thing done. Everything in these chests is what I need for the tank. Took a long time to get it all, but we've got it here. So what we're going to do now is grab the flint and steel, grab the axe, and we're going to burn all of it. Boom. It's all gone. Now what we need, part 2, step 2, is we're going to get the tool gun, which we can't craft, so here I'm going to give myself the tool gun. Then we go to schematic, load VMod Abrams, and click one time. And poof! There's the Abrams right there. And now we delete this, and we call it a day. Yeah, it's not exactly survival friendly anymore. We've kind of reached that point. But nevertheless, we've got work to do. We gotta get this assembled. I'm going to relog actually, because when I spawn this in, usually the turret's detached and I have to relog to snap it back into place. And we'll keep cutting this up. Oh shoot. It was running something over. So really what I'm going to do now is just go through the setup process. And I already made a setup process tutorial for this. It's on my second channel now publicly. So if you want to see what I'm going to do, you can go watch that. I think we got it, guys. Everything but ammo. We are missing shells. But we can take care of that. I don't have a factory for this stuff yet, so we're gonna have to do it manually. Once you have the empty cartridges, you have to fill them with nitro powder stuff. And I just made, yeah, I have some of this here. I've just been making it. So all I have to do is craft it together. It's my recipe here. Let's get this. Once you have the filled, you have to get the high explosive medium cannon round, so we have to craft this. It's a little bit expensive. It takes packed gun cotton. To make gun cotton, we need this stuff. As some of you may know, I haven't automated paper yet, even though it's been, what are we at now? 3,000 days? Yeah, we still haven't automated paper. Here's my sugarcane. This is only good to make 1 stack of gun cotton. But is there not another way to make paper? Yes, there are actually several ways to make paper, using either tree bark or plastic, and we happen to have a lot of plastic, last I checked, at the oil refinery. Or we have the ability to make a lot of plastic, and when I take this out of here, oh yeah, we got more. It's gonna start producing more. I already have a basin here that's prepared with water, so we can just throw our gunpowder, redstone, and paper in there, and then we'll make our gun cotton. So 3 stacks of gun cotton turns into 1 stack of packed gun cotton. Why is it, where is it getting dumped out? Okay, it's getting dumped over here for some reason. And just like that, we can make, go away, 1 stack. What, why did it make 1? There we go. 1 stack of high explosive medium cannon rounds. Then we turn that into this, and we get a stack of HE medium cannon cartridges. Oh, I'm not gonna be able to shoot them with the cannon. Come on, game. Got that one though. Shoot guys, I'm kind of missing something important. These things need fuses. I need better enemies. Oh wait, I already have impact fuses. Look at this, guys. Wow, I'm blowing the tracks up. It's a perfect demonstration though of the impact fuse working as intended. Both tanks waiting to be moved around by train to wherever they need to go. Not that we have particularly impressive enemies, it's kind of a problem. We need better ones. we're not going to jump straight into making a train. First, I want to take a train that I made a while ago, this one, and I want to try to update it a little bit and improve it a little bit, change the colors around. I think I could make it more detailed now. We've got some extra mods that we didn't have in the past. We're going to be using this one as a base, and I'm going to go back and look up some pictures and see what I can find out, see what I can do with it. There's the upgrade. It's not a crazy overhaul, doesn't change the whole shape of it. Just changes some of the blocks, makes it more detailed with my new building techniques and new mods and stuff like that, and just more experience. And I was able to correct a couple of the things that were kind of bad about the old design, like there were some problems with the height of these seats. Like if I could put it, if I could put the seats like a half a slab higher up, that would be even better. Because now you're stuck down here, but when you're actually driving the train, it's a lot better. And when you get in and out, oh shoot, why can I not get out? There we go. When you're driving it and you're trying to get out, you shouldn't just clip through the ceiling and then get stuck or kicked out of the train, because that was a big problem last time. Mainly, we just changed the yellow color over to silver. So now we have a little bit more military-ish, industrial-looking train. It's a little bit less create moddy, but we already have several trains that look like that. There is a tender that goes with it. It's over here, but you'll see it only has a small amount of yellow trim, and I can easily replace that with silver. On the other world, I don't even really need to make a whole nother schematic for it. And conveniently, this one happens to fit inside the glue that we originally had. I don't think I exceeded it anywhere. Currently have 3 vehicles that are train car size that I might want to move around. It's the 2 tanks here and then my car, so we're probably going to build 3 flatbed cars. Plus the locomotive, and maybe the tender. I don't know for sure that I want the tender. We'll have to see. What better place to build this than my rail yard, where most of my trains already are, and where I've built many already. Here we go. Let's rotate this into, oh shoot, into the wrong way. Nice. Splendid. So we'll get a material checklist. It's been a while since I had to get train materials. Then of course these flat cars. This first one I'm going to be lame and just drop onto the train car. And it's in place, that's for sure. That already looks really cool, by the way. I need to trim some of this hill back as well. This is too tight. Let me break some of this. How did that happen? I somehow just broke the train tracks. That looks really cool, guys. Now, let's try to drive these other vehicles onto the train. That works pretty well, and I got some dirt, got some random blocks. I'm gonna build a little ramp. Here we go. Let's see if I need to make this less steep. Apparently I do. Yeah, the new tank design is unfortunately less mobile than the other one. Here we go. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're driving onto the train, guys. We're taking the tank, and we are falling off the train. Hang on. There. Oh yeah, guys, we just got it. We just drove it onto the tank, or onto the train. Although it's facing the wrong way now, so hang on. Let's do this again. Okay, should be locked in. I think we're locked in, guys. We got 2 tanks, 1 big tank, 1 small tank, and 1 DeLorean on the train, ready to be moved to who knows where. Let me sleep because I'm about to get mobbed. I guess this is the moment of truth. Now that we have vehicles loaded on the train and we start driving and turning and going up and down hills, are they just gonna get flung right off the train? Or not? Let's start out slowly. Little bit of bouncing. Oh, I think I messed. The DeLorean is not doing as well as I would like. Uh-oh. That one is also having problems. Uh-oh. It needs a bit of help, guys. It needs a little bit of help. We gotta learn the best practices for attaching vehicles to trains. It might have just run into the wall, actually. Oh yeah, like this kind of thing is not gonna cut it. Heck, I don't even know if these turns are gonna cut it either. Well, I suppose it'll cause me to modify my railway digging machine in order to make spaces that accommodate vehicles, which I wasn't really imagining at the time. It looks like with properly sized train tracks, with enough clearance on either side, it is possible to move vehicles by flat car, as long as you have Crate Interactive installed, and you do enough digging. It might be easier than building highways. I mean, look, if you were on some kind of big PvP server with this kind of stuff, you need to move a lot of tanks from place to place, you could put them on trains instead of digging and building a giant highway. Also, if you are unable to float them magically through the sky. If we want to do it the cool way, this is how you have to do it. As always, if you want to check out this new train for yourself, you can find it over on Patreon, along with other builds from the series. But that is where we're going to have to end this video for today, guys. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed. And if you did, make sure to drop a like and hit that subscribe button down below. I've been Sbeev. Hope you have a good rest of your day. And I'll see you guys next time.